This week, the Fiends rewatched
Doom.
from 2005.
Mikey's got it right there, dude.
Our first ever Fiendwind, guys. Okay,
It's a Fiendwind.
It's a Fiendwind. Be kind, rewind. This is Be Kind, Fiendwind. Okay.
Well, Mikey, times are a changing, right? People aren't going to theaters.
Nope.
iTunes isn't being cool and just releasing new things because studios suck. So we
Exactly.
change with the times too, dude. We are going to change what we do, and we're going to go back and we're going to review some movies that we feel like we need to review.
We had this idea, like even a couple months ago, where we're like, you know what, dude? Like, if there's not a new movie coming out every week, why don't we just do an older movie and we'll call it Fiendwind? And this is the perfect situation for it. Doom, as you can see, I got the Blu-ray right here. Came out 2005, man, so a while ago.
15 years.
15 years ago.
High school, or
but
like
it was a hot topic when it came out. It was like, shit, it was the height of like the video game movies, right?
Yeah.
So we've all seen it before. It's no surprise, but I guess we'll do the same thing that we always do. We will just say what we always thought of the movie, right?
Yeah, what we always thought of the movie. Yeah.
Quick sentence, like what did you always think of the movie? Exactly. Okay.
Right.
So I believe
you asked me, right? Because you said
no.
first.
You asked me because I said first. See what I'm saying? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We lose it.
Quarantine's got me fucked up, Mikey.
It's all right, man.
All right, Mikey. What did you always think of Doom 2005?
Quick synopsis, guys. I always had a special place in my heart for this movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's not a good movie, but to me, it was always an entertaining movie. Some of that might have changed because of the new video games that have come out, and now we're so into Doom that we know the lore, we know like everything about it. So it might have changed, and we'll get into that.
All right, dude, I like that synopsis, dog.
What have you always thought of Doom 2005?
Now here's the thing, okay? 2005, I only ever played one Doom ever. And that was, I think, either the second one or the third one. I never played the first one.
No, the third one didn't come out until 2004. That was like the one way later. So there was, so it's probably two.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm saying you probably played two is what I'm trying to say.
So it was probably number two. And again, it was fun when, we were young, whatever. But I remember seeing this movie, did not see it in theater. And I remember thinking, yeah, it was fine. It was all right. But then I just rewatched Mikey, and this was the second time I've ever watched Doom.
What?
It's the second time I ever watched it. It's the second time I ever watched
this doesn't hold like a place in your heart at all. It was just you saw it and forget it. That's it. Okay.
No, it was an action horror movie. Okay. And honestly, man, I don't like this movie one bit. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
You're not even like entertained by it at all?
It's because of everything like you just said about how we're so into Doom now. So watching it, you're just going, oh yeah, but they missed this opportunity, and oh wait, they didn't do that, and oh, you don't even see that, and it's loosely based. So you're like, all right, yeah. I just don't think it's good.
Yeah, but I'm saying even fuck all the new stuff now that we know about the lore. Even if when you saw it back in 2005, if you did like it at all, then you would have. Not knowing all the lore, then you would have liked it and this and that. So you've just never liked this movie is what I'm trying to say.
I never liked it.
Even before you knew all the lore is basically what I'm saying.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because it was around that time. Resident Evil just kind of popped, right? They just kind of... Yeah. And that was probably one of the best conversions from video game to horror movie. But yeah, it's just another it's another throwaway action horror movie with actors but they just don't have a good performance. Like, no one has a good performance in this movie. And in rewatching...
I disagree, dude. I totally disagree. No one has a good performance. Wow. All right.
We'll talk about it.
So, yeah. So, basically, I've always, liked it. It's one of those guilty pleasure movies that I've always liked. And what's funny is you watch Doom Annihilation thinking that I asked you to do Doom Annihilation, the new movie that came out 4 months ago, and I was so offended that you thought that I would want to do Doom Annihilation, dude. That was just the biggest shit show I've ever fucking seen, man. So I was just offended that you were like, oh yeah, Mikey wants to do Doom Annihilation, man. Like, yeah, okay, cool.
And I remember I was like, you know what? Because I just watched it. Remember, I don't even know, like literally 2 months ago.
I watched it right when it came out. I rented that fucking thing. Yeah.
So I just watched it. So I threw on the last half hour because I'm like, I remember everything about that movie and just how terrible that movie was. But I will give the credit to Doom 2005. It's a better movie than Doom Annihilation. It's not even a question.
Well, my thing with Doom is the movie, obviously. Every time we say Doom, unless we say video game now, guys, we're talking about the movie 2005 with The Rock. My thing about this movie is I liked it because I did not know all the lore of Doom. I had played Doom 1, Doom 2, but I didn't know all the lore, right? Like I never beat Doom. Like I just played it and you play a couple levels and you never, you know what I'm saying? Like you never progress all the way through the game when you're fucking 8 years old. So I didn't know all the lore. I didn't really care. So I didn't know all the differences in that basically this movie is not Doom. Like this movie literally has nothing to do with Doom except Mars and the UAC. Besides that, it has nothing to do with Doom. So I wrote down, I took a bunch of notes when I rewatched it last night. And I think literally like if this movie was called like, you know, Monster Gene or like something other than Doom, it would just be like, oh, cool, yeah, it's a B movie action horror movie. See you later, done. Like it wouldn't have this stigma around it that wait, this is Doom. They tried to make this Doom movie, but they didn't even include demons in it. Like what the fuck's going on? So I think if they called this something differently, it wouldn't have been as hated on as it is known as Doom.
Oh, because it's pretty hated on like across the board.
Like, oh my god,
fans, people who know the game, people who don't know the game. And in the rewatch, I'm going.
But I disagree.
Mikey, what do you mean?
If you look at IMDb user reviews, people love it. They're like, dude, you have to know what you're getting into. I scoured IMDb movie reviews last night, user reviews, and I was just like, yep, I agree. 7 out of 10. Like, if you know what you're getting and you're not trying to compare it to the Doom video game, it's totally an entertaining movie. Like, totally entertaining.
But it also has a 5.
No. I know. I'm not saying it's most of the people. I'm just saying it's split. It's like it's not like it's what's like a horrible. I mean, I don't know. I can't even think of like a horrible thing. But if you scour the reviews and look at what people say and just the titles, it's people who love these kind of movies, love these practical effect, like B movie, just monster kind of movies. Don't hate it.
But I do, and I don't like it.
I don't know why.
Dude,
I don't know why.
Because it's just not that good. The movie itself's not that good.
But it's entertaining. So what I'm saying is there's a difference between being good and being entertaining is what I'm 100%. Trying to say. That's all I mean. It's definitely not a good movie by any means. But it's entertaining. Like I had a good time watching this movie last night, for sure.
Well, that's the thing. And being that I haven't seen it in probably 14 years. Right?
Yes.
I didn't like rush to see it, but I remember seeing it. I think I watched it down in Florida, like when we were in college anyway. But I was like, oh, I don't remember. I barely remember anything. I remembered that The Rock becomes bad. Like I was just remembered that. I'm like, oh yeah, Rock becomes the villain.
Okay,
or whatever you want to say. So I'm like, all right, let me go in. And I'm like, look, I can't let 2016 Doom, the video game, influence how I'm going to watch this because they're 10 years apart, 11 years apart, and they don't have anything to do with each other. So let's just forget everything about the video game. So I'm watching it and I'm just going, I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, first of all, the dialogue is so bad.
Oh, yeah, there's some bad dialogue in this movie.
Terrible. One of the biggest exchanges that pisses me off is between the black dude. I know there's two, but the one who gets the most screen time.
Cool J? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the main girl in it, and they're having like the little
flirting
thing,
yeah.
And it's just so bad. And you're like,
so bad.
Like that doesn't work anymore, man.
But that's what makes it good. Like for me, that's what makes it good. It's there's some parts that are so bad that it's good. That's why it's like it's totally not a good movie, but I'm entertained by it. Personally, I'm entertained by this movie. But the funny thing about this movie is that about 2 years ago, I played Doom 3, okay? Doom 3 was the one released on like Xbox and I think PS2 or PS3 or whatever. And they took it to where it's a survival horror game, but also a shoot 'em up. So they blended it. So it wasn't what Doom 1 and Doom 2 were. This came out 2004. Doom 3 came out a year before this movie. This movie is closest to Doom 3. It is literally so close to Doom 3. Besides there not being demons, that's a different thing. But it's if you and I played the entire game of Doom 3 and beat it, and it was a fun game to play. It was just different than the other ones. This is Doom 3. And I don't like how they took that approach of like, oh, we're going to do Doom 3 instead of do it for Doom 1 and 2. Like, you have a great, simple story there with demons, and there's this portal from Mars, and all these demons are coming through hell. Like, the decision to not use demons, to me, is the biggest flaw in this movie. Is how can you not have them be demons? They're zombies, bro. This is like a Resident Evil movie. If you called this Resident Evil 8, like, yeah, cool, awesome.
Sure.
And that's the way I choose to look at it, because I can't look at it as a Doom movie, or else I'm going to hate it.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because, and again, I totally forgot that it wasn't demons. And so I'm watching, I'm going, oh, dude, aliens. I'm like, ugh. Like, that's just one of the small examples.
They're zombies. They're like transforming into, they're people that get infected, and they become these either monsters or these superhuman people. It's not demons.
Well, right, but it's more alien than anything else, though. Because Well, then what are those creatures then?
It was like an ancient race of people, right? Like an ancient. Remember, like the lady holding her baby or what? Well, yeah, we don't know where they came from. If it's another dimension, we don't know what they were. Is what I'm trying to say. We don't know if they were humans. We have no idea what they were. We just know that it was this ancient race, whatever, millions of years ago, is what I'm trying to say. They could have literally been humans. They don't tell us, is basically what I'm trying to say. You can speculate and say that they were a alien race for sure, but they don't say it, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, I totally forgot about that. I'm like, oh, dude, not having the demon factor, huge problem. And then the other thing that I immediately recognized from the movie, especially when it has to do with video game converting over to actual movie, is that casts can actually kill the premise. Okay. So what I mean by that is, if you go in there and you have a Doom guy, okay, and it's him and maybe he's saving one other person, that's awesome. Would never happen though, because you need a cast. You need cast. You need names. You need faces.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you're sitting there, and I'm going, dude, this movie made me want to see Doom done properly.
See, okay, so maybe, I think I'm more nostalgic with this, and I think you're more, you haven't watched it in 14 years, so you're just so I think that's the divide.
Second
but to me, I love the crew. I think the cast and the crew are great. Like, I think it was great casting with Carl Urban, with The Rock, with the black dude, Rosamund Pike. Like, I like the cast of this movie, regardless. They don't have much to work with, but I like the crew. That's not Doom, I get it, but just separate from Doom, I think it's a good crew and it's a good cast, right? You have The Rock, you have Dredd, you have Richard Brake. Bro, Richard Brake is my favorite character in this movie. He's so awesome. You're like, oh my God, no one does a good acting job. I go, what? Dude, Richard Brake, he was like meant to play this fucking role, bro.
He was, but he's not the biggest name. He was definitely the best.
Fuck, he was definitely the best person. You said no one was good in it. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, sorry, dude. I forgot about your boy Richard Brake. Yeah, he was good.
Carl Urban's great in it. He's like an early Dredd. He plays the same role as Dredd, dude. The same thing.
Dude, it's not their acting. It's literally the script.
I know, but you said no one did a good acting job. That's what I'm trying to say. He was okay. He's Dredd.
He
drops Dredd lines, dude. It's all one-liners, man.
He's not Dredd. Dredd's by far his best, obviously his best.
No, but I'm saying they're so similar. He's just like this hero guy who drops these one-liners, and it's the same car. It's definitely comparable is what I'm trying to say. It's the same type of character.
It's fine. It's just I don't think anybody, like even The Rock was flat.
Yeah, well, okay, this is like his first really big acting role. It's so weird to see him not jacked up and have hair and it's just so weird seeing him in his first major movie role like this.
Yeah,
And just, yeah, like all these lines that he's delivering, I'm like, oh my God, man, he just
they're
didn't have it
flat.
back then, man. He just didn't
Yeah,
have it
him
back
with
then.
like, and they tried to, and again, if you when we saw him in 2005, you go, oh, that's a big dude. You look at him now and you go, oh my God, forget about it. It's
That's what
literally
I'm
double the size.
saying. He's definitely big in the movie, but now Rock is what I'm trying to say. Fuck. But I
Rock with
love,
hair is weird. It makes you feel
absolutely.
weird. You just
If
don't connect with him.
It's so funny when you see him, first see him, he doesn't have a shirt on. You see it from the back, and he has his name tattooed on his back
It says Semper Fi.
or the name of the squad. And I go, that's such a 2005 thing. Remember when we were in high school? It was like so many of our boys were like, oh, dude, I'm getting my name tattooed on my back like a jersey.
Like, why?
And I'm like, all right, cool, dude. Have fun doing that. But I remember one of our boys who said that all the time. He never did it, but Laz was always like, oh, I'm getting Lazarus on my back. I'm like, all right, dude, get it. But such a
Go ahead, man.
When I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's so 2005. Like just for him to be badass to have the name on his back.
And it was supposed to be 2054 or
20. Yeah, I think it's 2054. It's yeah.
And again, this movie also, and it's not anyone's fault except for actually, just as humans, we always fuck this up, but they always fuck up technology for the future. When that black dude's playing that video game, I'm going, did they go? Is it 1988? Like, dude, his video, like the console.
Yeah, I saw
is playing
Stuckman.
handle?
I saw Stuckman. I watched a video of his like 2 months ago on Doom. That I think that might what gave me the idea. And he mentions that video game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's so clunky.
But I think they get it
bigger.
wrong the other way. I think they get it wrong where they go too futuristic. See what I'm saying? I think more times than not, movies go too futuristic with it, where you're like, oh, okay, so you're saying in 25 years, because the movie opens like 20 years prior, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like in 25 years, this is going to be what technology is? Like all the like nano walls and fucking and UAC Corporation on Mars. Like no fucking way. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So it's like we always try as humans to throw a little something in there, but like Back to the Future fucked it up. Every movie fucks it up. Like it's pretty rare.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Back to the Future, it's like, yeah, this is how it's gonna be. Yeah, right. Flying hoverboard. No way, dude. They go too far with it. You know.
Yeah, and that was really the only thing that was like the extreme, because you're right, they don't really do too much other aside from the nano wall and that it wasn't too crazy with predictions for the future. So sorry,
yeah, it was horrible. No, speaking of like the time and shit, it's like Richard Brake in the opening is like they're talking about going on vacation. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking liquor and I'm gonna lock myself in a room with like a bunch of she boys. I wrote it down, she boys. I go,
yeah,
that would never fly today. I go, imagine they said that now in any movie, they would be fucking burned at the stake, dude.
Oh, the movie wouldn't get released.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh no, or we have to either scrap that fucking, we have to go back, edit that out, or we can't even release that. Dude, absolutely. And just the way he is with the women and stuff, I got to strip search you and all that. That stuff just wouldn't fly today.
No, that's fine. That would fly. What the fuck? It's like today in a he's the scumbag character.
He's the scumbag, yeah.
That's fine with him like saying, hey, we got to, I just mean the actual word she boys referring to transgender people. Now with the whole transgender thing is what I'm saying. It's saying using that actual word would never fly today is basically what I was saying.
Would lady boys fly or just nothing other than transgender? You know what I mean?
I don't know if lady boys is I don't know. I think lady boys probably wouldn't fly. I think, you would have to say transgenders. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just cut the line out altogether, you know?
With 3 transgenders. Ah, dude, that'd be so weird. Yeah. But again, that's the time, dude. This is 15 years ago. It's fucking crazy.
So I watched the unrated version. Did you watch the unrated version? Because I remember you sent me the picture and it said 140 something. Yeah. Like you sent me the picture. And
this was 150.
Oh, so you watched the unrated one then?
It's I noticed that difference. I go, well, this says 142. Yep. This is an hour and 50.
Yeah. The unrated's like an hour. It's literally like 7 minutes more than the other one.
All right, so maybe there's a way you can, maybe if you, like there's a scene or something, I'll know if it was unrated.
Oh, no, I have no idea. I just didn't know how long yours was, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if it was 150, it's the unrated one.
Probably then, yeah.
Okay, but anyway, the reason why I bring that up is because I'm watching it, and I'm like, I know it's only 7 minutes extra, but I'm going, all right, so not much happens in the first 40 minutes. There's like no story, bro. There is no gripping story. And I'm like, you need to choose what you're going to be. Are you going to be this fast-paced, shoot 'em up, kind of splatter B movie?
Yeah.
Or are you going to be a like sneak around, dark, suspenseful kind of movie? And I feel like they couldn't figure out what they wanted to be, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Because they're all just sneaking around in the first 40 minutes. It's just, once they get it's all just two of them sneaking around, and you can't even see shit. It's so dark,
dude.
And
it's so dark.
Nothing happens plot wise. Like literally, nothing happens plot wise.
Yeah, it's a lot of just getting up there, seeing what's going on, kind of every once in a while. Like I think you only see 2 zombies in the first like 50 minutes.
Oh no,
it's
that's fine.
Slow.
Yes, you're right. Like that happens. That's fine because we want that.
Sure,
I'm saying story-wise, like nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that moves the plot along in 40 minutes.
Right. No, you're right, and that's again lends to the fact just not that good of a movie. But I mean, I know you agree with that. But
you need to stop, bro. I'm not saying it's a good movie, man. I'm saying I'm entertained by the movie.
I just said that.
There are so many flaws with this movie, and I wrote down a bunch of flaws. I'm just saying have always been entertained by this movie. That's it. It's not a good movie. I'm entertained by it. So we're not going to argue. It's not a good movie. I agree. 100%. 100%.
All right.
What you got?
Yeah. Darkness. I mean, dude.
Darkness.
The scene that. Okay, so the scene that, and again, I totally forgot about it, but I'm going, is there a first-person shooter scene in this fucking movie? Because I totally forgot. Totally forgot. Mike, this is my second viewing ever, dude. So I'm going through the trivia as I'm watching it, and I go, oh shit, so there is one. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see when it pops up. It is so fucking dark, except for the last 2 minutes when he's in the lab with the guy in the wheelchair. It's so dark.
Which, by the way, what's that guy's name? Did you put that together?
Which guy's name? The
guy in the wheelchair. Yeah.
Pinky, right?
Yeah.
Like in the game.
That's the only demon besides like the imp. You see like 2 imps. They're like the tall imp guys. That's the only other demon that's in this game is Pinky. He's the Pinky demon from the originals and also from number 3. Now in the new ones, they're the ones that you have to shoot in the back. You know which one they are? Okay. Yeah,
you
exactly.
Freeze them
Yep.
Dude,
100%.
bro, I used to have dreams about the Pinkies, dog.
So that was the only
I did connect
that was the only thing we're like, oh, okay, Pinky, he's gonna be that. That's cool. I agree with that. But all right, if we're gonna talk about the first the FPS scene,
then?
dude, and again, nostalgia. I've always liked that scene, and I feel like it's not the whole other first 45 minutes of the movie is dark as shit. When they're sneaking around and a monster comes out, it's so dark, dude. So dark. That scene, I feel like I wrote down, I said, the FPS scene is pretty good for 2005.
Yeah.
For 2005, having never done that before, it's a pretty well done it's never been done before, So it's a cool homage to the video game.
It's the best part. I think it's the best scene in the movie. And it's really the beginning, I think, is really dark, and that it definitely gets lighter as Carl Urban makes his way up the stairs and whatnot.
Okay.
But it's almost laughable when the other, whatever you want to call it, demon, whatever you want to call it, walks out.
Zombies. They're not demons, dude. They're fucking zombies.
Well, I wish they were. But
I know.
When the other thing walks out with the chainsaw, it's just like, ugh. It just, I don't know. I'm just like, it just doesn't work. And you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if he finds the chainsaw and goes to kill him, I get it. But
it's like Resident Evil, dude. It's like Resident Evil. It's like where they're humans, so then they become these monsters, so they still have some sort of humanness left in them, right?
Yeah.
Dude, in the movie, they say one line. It's a throwaway line, but they say that the creatures like rerouted or turned down the computer system.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
I go,
that's right.
Are you fucking kidding me? These grunt things? I'm like, this is fucking insane, man. It's fucking insane.
That was a weird line. You're right. I'm glad you pointed that out because they just and you're right. It's throwaway. They say it as like they're looking down over something, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, they rerouted it," and they're like, "All right, cool. Let's go down here." I'm like, "Huh?"
You're like, "Well,"
what?
And dude, what I wrote down. Tell me if you agree. You're probably gonna agree with me, bro.
Let's see.
the mental map, right? Like the layout of what you don't see and what you do see, and how you're supposed to put everything together and go, okay, the lab's over here. This is where the lobby is, whatever. It is so hard to work out, and people keep popping in and out of nowhere. Like, you're like, wait, how did The Rock and them just run right back into the lab where the black dude and Rosamund Pike are? Like, dude, the layout, they do such a bad job in editing of, okay, we need to know exactly where these people are. We don't know how deep they are into the facility. We don't know how far they are from the lab. We don't know, like, so bad. You agree with me, right?
Mikey, I don't know. As soon as you get out of that lobby where, like, everyone is, you know,
there's two of them, right? There's two lobbies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't mean to interrupt.
That's right.
That look exactly the same. There's one in Nevada, and then there's one on Mars that look exactly the same.
They're exactly the same. They couldn't change the color to fucking differentiate. Because I'm going, wait, where are they right now? But I don't know. After the lobby, I don't know if the place is 100 by 100 yards or if it's 10 miles. You just don't know.
No clue.
So confusing, dude. I'm so glad you said that, because I'm going, at least with other, like, again, I hate to keep saying Resident Evil, but you know, you can see, you can visualize it, because the movie does a great job of showing you the hive. You're like, oh yeah, layer, boom, boom, boom. Nothing.
This needed that, bro.
That would have been great.
This movie needed a Resident Evil layout type of scene.
Because they did that, I hate to say it, they did that in Annihilation. They give you visuals, oh, this one's closing in 100 yards, and you see it overhead, do, like Alien, you know? And dude, super confusing, dude. Fuck that. I have no idea what that facility is, how big it is.
Tell me if you agree with me on this. To me, and I know I've been dealing with the ear thing, and it's kind of subsiding, and it's like, it's good. Dude, the audio mix in this movie is so bad.
Mikey,
do you agree?
Awful.
When it comes to loud noises and speech and shit, dude, I had to keep just going up, down, up, down. The audio mix is legit bad in this movie.
It's so funny you said that, dude, because I'm watching it as I'm working.
Yeah.
And call comes in, I go, whoa, why the fuck is this so loud? Because it's at the normal level that I always keep all movies at.
Yes.
I'm going, oh my God, dude. And then I can't fucking hear the exchange between two people. So I'm going, Jesus Christ. Dude, I hit up, down 1,000 times this entire movie. So
thank you.
110%. It's like they had a week to do the mixing. They go, all right, we'll put it together. It was, no. The audio was dog shit.
Did you you were watching this with headphones in or no?
No. Just on my.
Oh, you got a call. You're saying the call came through your TV, you're saying?
No, what I mean is, like, so I'm not going to always, if I'm watching something, I'm not going to always just mute it. I'll just put it down a little bit lower, because they can't hear that fucking shit.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I'm sitting there, I'm going, Jesus Christ. I'm like, holy, and that's at 25 on my TV, on my sound bars, like normal. Like everything's at 25. That's my go-to. Dude, I'm going down to fucking 13. I'm going, Jesus Christ. And it was right at an action scene. It's mixed terribly.
So bad.
And we're audio guys, so we pick up on that shit.
But what instantly. I will say is, I think the effects are good. I love how they did the practical effects on the zombies, on the people changing, on the big imps, the two imps that we see. I love those practical effects, man. Probably
the best thing I liked about the movie is the practicals.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Because it just works. You don't have to throw in, especially when you're doing the fucking budget on this movie, dude. $60 million, right? It's 2005. $60 million. Okay. So I'm going, all right, they paid out a good amount to the Rock's not what he is now and all that. Urban and so they had money to do it. And you're going, oh, they spent it all on the sets, because the sets are, some of the fucking places are huge.
Huge, dude.
And I'm just going, all right, good. So they didn't have to dish out for CGI that much, and the practicals were fucking good. The practicals in this movie are good.
Yeah, they are. I just hate the fact that it's zombies. I love that they did practical effects and all that, but that's my biggest issue with this movie, bro, is that the writers, and I know I had like a bunch of different writers, like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost were actually brought in to do rewrites on the dialogue.
No, it was Simon Pegg. Sorry to cut you out. It's Simon Pegg and who's the director of all the movies?
It said Nick Frost in the trivia, no?
No, Baby Driver. Who's the guy who directed all that shit? Who directed Shaun of the Dead? The fuck's
Yeah.
his name?
Their director. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, dude. They were brought in to do rewrites on the dialogue, and they were like, nope, we're not fucking doing it.
Dude, I wish they did.
I know. It would have made it so much better. So much better.
It felt like a Canadian movie. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and that's why I think, and we always talk about this, like hype, H to R, dude, hype to result. I feel like me watching this as an 18-year-old kid, 17, 18-year-old kid, not knowing the whole lore of Doom like crazy.
Yeah,
I liked it. This was like all the other shit that they were putting out. Like you didn't get a lot of movies like this. There was Resident Evil, it's cool. Silent Hill wasn't really like that. But then you have like, The Wrong Turns and I Know What You Did Last Summers and The Screams and all those kind of horror movies. But you didn't get this like shoot 'em up, monster, action, sci-fi, horror. You didn't get those a lot. So I didn't go into it like, oh, this is a Doom movie. I just went into it like, oh, this is a fucking stupid shoot 'em up monster movie. And that's why I think I liked it back in 2005. And that's why I think I have a nostalgia boner for it now because of the H to R, right? Because I wasn't hyped to see it. I just wasn't. Right. I was like, all right, this is another fucking, Resident Evil type movie, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think for me it's the H. If this came on the Sci-Fi Channel, bro, right?
Yeah.
At 1 a.m, having never heard of anything, and it was called fucking Monster Gene, and you saw it, you'd be like, oh, wow, okay, man. All right, not a bad watch on the Sci-Fi Channel, It's all about the expectations.
Yeah. So Canadian. Like, it just feels... Like, it almost feels like on the same level of Annihilation of just... Obviously, look, whoa. Hear me out. Way bigger actors.
No, just the look of Annihilation looks like a sci-fi shit is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that looks Canadian to me. This looks like a big $60 million movie. It literally looks like it to me. Like the actual look of the movie, to me, looks like a big budget movie, which it was. You watch Annihilation and you go, this is a low-rate Sci-Fi Channel movie. Like, holy shit.
That's
what I mean when I say there's a big difference between those two.
Yeah, I just think maybe the Canadianness just comes from the dialogue. And yeah, dude, I'm sure it has a fucking a laundry list of writers who just didn't know what to do because it was getting participation, right, from the guys who made Doom. Like it's not like they had nothing to do with it, like how Doom Annihilation did, correct?
Yeah, I honestly do not know. It's a good question,
based, but I think they gave it its blessing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the BFGs?
Okay. There's only one. And I love the way that they did it in this. I love the way that they portrayed the BFG in this game.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it is so much better in this movie than Annihilation.
Stop.
Dude,
Annihilation sucks. It's garbage. Garbage.
But I have to compare the two guns because at least with this one, they gave it weight, Mikey. Like you see the Rock holding it, you're going, "Oh shit!" Like it's a big fucking gun.
I don't even remember the one in Annihilation. I don't even remember it. That's how bad it was.
Well, considering I just watched the last half hour, Mikey, it is silver. It's the same color as the doors and walls, and it just blends in. And she's carrying it like it's a fucking lollipop. But with the Rock, though, you get a big dude. He's got it. He goes, "Holy shit!" After he shoots it, you're going, "All right, dude. At least they did the BFG well."
But if you look at Doom 3, the video game, they base that BFG off of it's similar to that one is what I'm trying to say.
I looked it up.
It's the gray. 100%. Yeah, okay. It's similar to that one.
Yeah, it's not like the fucking monster that we know in all the new ones.
No, that wasn't even out yet. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
Yeah.
Now the weapons were cool in it. Decent, yeah. Like again, it kind of falls into that Resident Evil category of you go in, guy in a lab coat, oh he must be infected, done. Oh he's turning. So, but I think that if they were to do those and just give them a little bit more, if they made them less human, I'd be more pumped to see like a morphed creature with a lab coat where it just kind of has like, again, I know in the newer games they look completely different, but I just think if you just get rid of the zombie look in this 2005
Yeah,
version,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
and then I'll be a little bit more on board. Okay, monster, because when you look at them, you don't think monster.
Well, what you get in this one, you're right. You get 2 imps, and the imps in Doom 3 look just like the imps in this. You could tell that they were just like, oh, Doom 3 came out a year ago. We're going to base production on that.
Right.
But besides that, and they're not wearing any clothes. They're just, naked monsters, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, it is people or scientists or whatever, just in clothes with some zombie makeup. They're Resident Evil villains, creatures, right?
Right.
That is it. So you either get those 2. We're not counting the Pinky Demon, which is a nice reference and a good scene, and that's totally fine. But yeah, again, that's the biggest problem in this movie is why are you going to make it so scientific and so like survival horror-y with sneaking around in the dark and suspense and no. Make it like Doom 1 and 2 and make it a bad and how you don't if you could CGI Pinky, right? You could CGI at least 3 other demons from Doom 1 and 2, which
absolutely
we all know 90% of the demons from 2016 Doom and now 2020 Doom are based on demons from 1 and 2. They're just updated, right?
Right.
So they're not new creations. They were there in Doom 1 and 2, just all pixelated and shit. So how they don't even attempt to say, oh, yeah, these are Doom. We're going to give them the fucking, I can't even think of the name of the demon, like the whatever. We're not going to give them 4 demons from the Doom movie. That is just such a slap in the face to people who love the video game Doom and who were like, oh, these are demons coming through hell. Let's see some demons. None, dude.
Nope.
None.
And another huge issue is making The Rock the last boss.
The final boss. I hate that.
You're going, hold on a second. Beep, beep. Let's back up a little bit. You guys could have done so much. Even if, let's just say there was an issue with rights and just, we can't do exactly that. Make an awesome last fucking 12-foot monster, but it's The Rock?
Yep.
Oh, that's dude, I remembered not liking that the first time, just going, all right, whatever.
It's a cool fight. It's a cool fight at the end. It's a cool fight.
Sure. Yeah. And then he turns with like 5 seconds left.
And he's a vampire. He looks like a fucking vampire, dude.
Dude, come on.
Why not make the first-person shooter scene the finale, right?
Dude.
And then right when that first-person shooter thing ends, he kills Pinky, whatever, then this big-ass demon comes in. You show 1 or 2 shots of the first person, and then it cuts to normal cinematography, and then that's how it ends. Done.
Yeah, he walks out with his sisters. Because, dude, I would have loved, because I had to do how much time is left, because I'm watching it, and I go,
of course.
Oh my God. I go, with the FPS thing, there's probably like another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes left, like right when and I'm going, but they're not going to stay in this. Like, that'd be crazy. And then next thing you know, there he is. Oh, and The Rock comes out and says the stupid fucking line that just doesn't work. God, I actually forget what he said, but it's so bad. I forget the line that he says. It just doesn't work. And sliding after that to grabbing his sister and going in the elevator, and then the movie just ends. You're going, dude, huh? This is Doom? Like, he just gets in the elevator and the movie's over. That's it.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I didn't want anything. I'm done by then. Like,
I'm definitely done. But I'm like, of course, this is the end.
Yeah, like just send him up the elevator and fucking see you later. Done by then. I just think they approached it in the wrong way. I just think, like you said, I wish it wasn't a team of people. I wish it was one guy going in to UAC. And that was the first note I wrote, was that I love how they used the name UAC and how the actual visuals of the outside are actually reminiscent of the first level in 2016.
Yes.
The Mars and the sand and like the UAC corporation from outside, like that is actually a nice resemblance to the video game. So I will give it props for that, using the name. They also use the Ark, right? Like the name, the Ark. Yeah. So they tried to make it Doom, but it was a Resident Evil movie that they tried to turn into Doom, right?
Absolutely. Well, let's think about this, man. You just named the 2. The Ark, great. UAC, great. BFG, cool. That's it.
Pinky Demon, and that's it.
Pinky, sorry, 4. So
That's
those
it.
4 things that tied it to it. But that fly up, that scene where you actually do see it for the first time, I'm going, kind of made me feel good. Going,
Yeah.
oh, okay, kind of cool. I go, all right, it looks pretty badass. And then that feeling just didn't last for the rest of the hour and 26 minutes. Oh, dude, I'm looking because I saw the trivia. So you ever, it just so happens, right? When you're in trivia, they'll give you something that happens at a timestamp, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so there's the one thing in there where it says the rookie, whatever the fuck his name is, that at 17 minutes you see the Hell Knight behind him.
Kid.
I'm going,
Yeah.
oh, I pause it. I'm like, oh, I'm at 15 minutes. This is great. I go, oh, it's in 2 minutes. So I'm watching for it. I look for it. I'm going, and dude, I go back. Dude, you don't see shit. You see, like, if this is it behind it, you just see something blurry in the background, just kind of, I'm going, oh, dude, I thought it was going to be something, like, awesome, where, like, he stood behind him and
Dude,
just...
the Hell Knight's one of the most badass demons from Doom, bro.
100%. So I just go, I was like, oh, it was just perfect timing that it was about to come up, and I'm just like, that's the fucking scene. All right,
wow.
Keep going. But I like timestamps, right? Because you get to go, oh, cool, at 30 minutes, 22 seconds, you see a
I love me some timestamp, dude. I want to timestamp my whole body, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Get it right on your back, dog.
Yeah.
But could we talk about? Oh man, I love boobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We get to see some, Mikey, and I didn't remember.
And she's hot, dude. Even though she's trying to kill you and shit, but she's hot, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. And your boy, fucking Robert Kraft, or the fuck his
Richard
name is,
Brake, dude. He's the best. He's the
Kraft.
reason why I really like this movie, man. I'm telling you.
No, he.
I love
honestly
him.
Though no. He's the best. He gives the best performance in that movie by far.
He plays that scumbag, dirtbag, like out for himself. Like, how the fuck are we gonna get out of here if we close the fucking arc? Like da. You know.
And he loves what you love.
Trannies and regular women. Sorry, transgenders and regular women, dude. Both. But the most bizarre, and I kind of forgot how this happens.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't watch this all the time, bro. This is probably like the 5th time I've seen it in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not like because I'm sure if I watched it 1,000 times, I really wouldn't like it. It was more of just, nostalgia. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, how quickly and out of nowhere The Rock becomes bad and obsessed with murdering everyone. Dude, comes out of nowhere, like everyone else in every room comes out of nowhere, right?
Dude, the new kid's just like, I'm not doing that. Pop, and they're going,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. But even before that, when he starts to make his change, when he's like, and that's when Carl Urban's like, oh shit, I gotta go stop The Rock. You're like, wait, what? They were just in the lab together, like all fine. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
I know, and it's interesting. It's one of the first pieces of trivia. It's actually the first one on like. When you're looking at it on PC. But he turned down the main role, The Rock.
He wanted to be the bad guy.
Take that. Yeah, and I just thought that was interesting. And it's just like, he would never do that today. Rock choosing to be the bad guy. They won't even bring him a script. He'll never even see that script will get brought. He'll fire his agent. He's like, wait, are you fucking serious?
It's a good point that you can actually see how someone can be a bad actor, right? Not necessarily a bad actor, but if they're not given the right material, they're going to be really bad. And that's what The Rock is in this, right? Like, to me, Carl Urban in this is good. Like, that's what he was supposed to play. Like, Carl Urban plays this part perfectly. That's what the part's written as. It's not embarrassing. It's like, you come out fine. Richard Brake, same thing. Awesome. Rosamund Pike, like, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But The Rock, dude, the way he's delivering some of these lines and how he was so early in his acting career, now you watch The Rock movies, like, oh my God, this man has so much charisma. He's a fucking star. Like, how can you not like The Rock? And it's funny to see how in 15 years someone can actually like become a better actor, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, because that's one of the first things, and I tried to give him like a good 10 minutes before jumping the gun of like, what the fuck? But I'm just going, oh man, like this isn't The Rock that we know. Not even just body type, not even just the shaved head, but just acting chops.
Acting chops.
He's gotten so much better over the fucking years, dude. He's actually, I mean, he can honestly he can pretty much hang with anybody on screen these days.
Yeah, he's not a dramatic. He's not going to do dramatic roles, but he's a blockbuster star, no question.
And in 2005, was not.
Nope. Speaking of the cast and stuff, bro, like I said before, I liked the crew, right? Like I actually liked all the people in the crew. I always have. except one guy, dude. It's so weird that they chose to do this, to have this guy in there. So weird. If they took the hell route where demons were coming in through hell, this would have made so much sense. So I don't know if that was originally in the script. Then they had this guy, they came up with this character. The guy who cuts himself if he says the Lord's name in vain, the religious, super religious guy who has these two weird scenes where you're like, oh, this guy's like super religious. What the fuck, man? But it's just such a
100% why though.
It's a weird choice to do. And I didn't think until now, maybe they did have the hell stuff in the beginning and then they got rid of it, but they kept this character because it's so out of place. Like, right?
No, that's what it has to be because otherwise you're just going,
it's out of place.
Yeah, no, totally. You're going to go to Mars and you're going to be fucking cutting yourself for saying the Lord's name in vain. Fuck out of here. But if it's with demons, it makes sense.
But if every other character, even in this one, if every other character had like a weird like quirk where like they were just the outcasts of society, if almost like Richard Brake, how he's like, if everyone had this weird thing, then it would make sense. But they're all just like normal Marine kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? This guy's like, where the fuck did this guy escape a cult? Like, what? To me, it's just so crazy, insane how they implemented him in the movie.
Simon Pegg would be like, look, we've got to get rid of this. All right, doesn't make fucking sense. Polish that shit, dude. It's a turd. Polish it, bro. I wonder, I'm actually really curious to see, it'll never, we'll never know, but just, I wonder what they would have done and just how different would it have been. Because that's the thing too, this movie didn't really have humor.
No, they took it was pretty serious, man.
They took it very serious. Which you can get away with if the movie is just fantastic.
Resident Evil. I know it's not the best movie, but Resident Evil is played super serious, right?
Like I'm Resident Evil that on tonight because of what you just said.
I hate you because last night I'm watching Doom. I'm going tomorrow night. I'm watching fucking Resident Evil, bro.
Mikey, it's what we do. We're movie choice partners in life, bro.
But that movie is so serious, right? And it works. Yeah. It works. Yeah. This movie, there are some jokes, obviously, whatever, but the tone is serious, right? The tone of this movie is serious, and it's a great point because it shouldn't have been played like it should have been like the tone of the video game, where it's just balls to the wall, goofy action, splatter, like that's what it should have been.
Yeah, and you just made me think. Some of the music cues, they try to get like some hard rock in there.
I hate it.
It just fades away, and you're going, oh, this is what every movie used in 2005.
But
like, anything specific.
But I even hate the rock music that they use because in Resident Evil, that has some of the best music in it. And it's not this rock. It's like this hard digital drums with like these weird synths. Like, like
I used to have the soundtrack.
Resident Evil is a great... Is that the music from the video game or no? It's just from the movie.
No, it's from the movie.
Oh,
I used
even
to
better.
Have that soundtrack. Yeah,
even better.
Crazy.
Dude, that fucking soundtrack for Resident Evil is so awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like they should have. In this, it's this, but it's not even good rock music. You got to get fucking.
It's very light.
What's his name? Not Mick G. What's his name?
The guy. Mick.
Come on. Yeah, Mick. What's his name?
Mick Frost.
Come on.
Mick Warren.
We were just watching videos on him like for 2 weeks.
I just watched like a 2-hour stream of his fucking thing, like him playing it. Mick Jagger.
No, that's all I'm thinking of. Mick Knight.
Mick Jagger and Mick G.
Mick.
You got it?
Mick. Oh my God.
Oh, dude. Bro, you were so close with Mick G. Because the G's the initial, dude.
Say it.
Mick Gordon.
Mick.
Yeah, I know. I almost want to quit. Let's just stop. Let's just walk away.
Yeah, dude.
No,
so,
right.
like, you need that kind of music in this movie. That would have fucking worked.
Yeah, they only tried like twice. And, dude, the Doom title card you could tell that somebody was like, oh, it'd be great if we just doing some rock music here. And they actually really don't. The Doom title card, when Doom pops up, like, you hear like some whatever you want to say in the background.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, dude, imagine they just doing some, oh, it would have been so good. And
That's
they just waste opportunity.
Even during the first-person shooter scene, I'm like, oh, because the whole time I'm watching, I'm going, you build up to that scene. I know it's in there, and I love the scene. So I'm like, all right, what music do they play, though? I'm like, oh, they probably play some badass, like, whatever. And no, it's just like some, like, boring guitar riff, like,
watered down.
I'm like, this is not this is not. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? It's just
No, it's
not.
not. It's a bunch of wasted opportunities, and whether you want to
Yes.
say loosely based on or based on, it just could have been so much better with just tweaking a couple of things there.
Yep.
A final monster would have changed my attitude on this movie so much.
100%. And how they don't. And again, that's why I think I liked it back in 2005, and I still have a place for it in my heart, is because I didn't know the Doom lore. Again, I hate to keep saying it,
Right.
but
No.
if I was a Doom, like Doom Annihilation, do you know how pumped I was for Doom Annihilation? Because I'm going, oh
remember,
shit.
yeah.
I saw on like Reddit, they're like, oh, practical effects. I'm going, they're gonna give us at least like 3 or 4 of the demons. Like they're gonna give us the skeleton demon with the rockets on his thing. That's not a hard practical effect to pull off, right? Like they're gonna give us some demons from the game because that's what we want to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no, they give you the imp doing the fireball from number 3. In number 3, I know the imps. You know the imps in the new game, they're like the little demons that throw the balls. But in number 3, they're like the ones in this Doom and Doom Annihilation, where they're like these taller human height people, and they like throw fireballs like this, and they're very stiff. Those are those imps, and they did that in Doom Annihilation. I'm going. It was so depressing watching Doom Annihilation. I was fucking so mad at that movie. Mad at that movie.
Weird that the last final battle in Annihilation almost has the right imps, but they don't throw fireballs.
I can't even remember the final battle in Annihilation.
Oh my god, it's just there's so many of them. They're all CG, but they actually look pretty. They actually look pretty good.
Okay.
But like those are the ones that we're used to. The more like hunched over little ones that are quicker.
Really?
And
oh
shit.
Yeah. But isn't that the same imp that they kill like earlier in the movie, the practical one?
I don't think so, because they noticeably look different in the head.
Oh,
the whole thing's a fucking mess.
Okay.
The whole
it's a mess. Fucking mess, man. Yeah.
Mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, just give us something, because you're right, because we weren't those Doom guys in 2005.
Nope.
So to imagine, like, I'm sure the FPS scene for people who are, I played 1, 2, and 3. I can't fucking wait for this to come out. The Rock's in it, great. They probably saw the FPS scene, like, all right, yeah.
That was me. I loved the first person scene because I knew Doom 1 and 2. I'm like, oh, first person scene, this is awesome. I love that, right? I just didn't know all the demons, so I was like half there. Yeah.
And then just everything else about it just falls short in comparison to what you love
about
Doom 1, 2, and 3. If you're
that's
fan,
the biggest statement I can say about this movie is if you go into it, forget that it's Doom. Just stop. Just don't think it's Doom. You might enjoy this movie. That's all I'm saying, right? It's like don't think you're getting Doom because it's Doom in name only, bro. Name only. It's Doom. Other than that, it's not Doom. And what about? I know we're rounding down here, dude. What about how they tried to incorporate in one scene? Okay, they try to incorporate the idea of this evil gene, right?
Yeah.
Remember with Carl Urban and the sister, they're in there, they're talking about Lucy, and they're like, well, why didn't Lucy become a monster? And it's like, maybe if it gets infected with one person, they become a monster. Do you mean it's an evil gene? And I'm like, wait, you guys got to pick one. You got to pick if it's an infection like Resident Evil or if it's some demon shit from hell. Like you can't. They tried to mash that. Let's have scientific with a strand of a virus, but that virus is going to be evil. That's what we know as evil. Stop.
So cheap.
Stop, dude. Stop.
Yeah, she was like, well, it's choosing who it wants to actually infect. You're like, huh? Because you're right. If it's a virus, just make it a fucking virus for everyone.
Yeah.
But them trying to differentiate, you're going, okay, dude. And there's a lot of those little quick. She's like, I need 10 seconds to explain
things.
it.
Yeah.
100% that just don't work.
But if they wanted to make the virus choose, that's fine because you don't see that a lot, right? Can you think of them like you don't see that a lot, right? That would be like a creative,
World War
like
Z, that's it.
choice. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, it's like they choose whatever, fine, but don't make it to where it's evil. Don't say the word evil because then you bring in religion and hell and God and the devil. Don't say that. Just say that the virus likes to infect psychotic people. Awesome. Right?
Perfect. Just
Done.
say that.
Awesome. But this idea of the evil gene and how they actually say evil gene, I forgot about it until I watched this time. I was like, you got to stop. Because now they're trying to make it Doom with evil, but it's a fucking mess, that situation.
It's a slap in the face to the Doom lore.
The whole movie is for sure, definitely.
100%. But don't try to make it evil. Like you either have to go for it or not, like you said.
That's it. Yeah, you either have to pick one. Just pick one. This movie's trying to be so many different. The first hour is like a Aliens, Predator, where you're just like sneaking around in the dark, and there's two monsters pop out. Then the second half of this movie is a balls to the wall zombie movie. Like that's what it is. The second half is a fucking zombie movie. That's it.
That's a good point. That's it. That's all
literally
it is.
A Resident Evil movie. The last half.
You know what's fantastic that I just thought of? I'm gonna put it on my list of movies I'm probably never gonna watch before I die again.
Wow, you just hate this movie.
It's just not good. God, there's just nothing redeeming about it. I understand the nostalgia. I'm just saying, I understand the nostalgia.
I have nostalgia for it. Yep.
Dude, I'll see the same way you'll defend that. I'm the same way with Resident Evil, as I'm sure you are too.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people say, they're like, oh, that movie sucks. I'm like, yeah, but you got it if you grew up with it and you played the games, and you were excited to see it.
Resident Evil is way more well received than this. Like, not even
100%.
Yeah, okay.
But it still always has shitty. It always had shitty reviews. The critics hated it, and it's just not known as like a good movie.
Like,
the people.
But I think I even like Resident Evil 2 and 3 more than you. Like, you love the first one, don't you?
I love the first one.
You love the first one, yeah. And I love the first
second one.
I love the first three. I think are fucking solid. They're all on the same level for me. Right?
Gotcha.
And then 4, 5, 6, 7, fuck them. But the first 3 Resident Evils, bro, they're great movies. Like, I if you know what you're getting, they're fucking amazing.
Yeah, if you know what you're getting, that's a good point. Yeah.
They're fucking amazing, man.
They fucked up with it. And it just, The Rock went on record of being super embarrassed by being part of the movie later. And I can't imagine anybody in the movie was like, oh yeah, it was great. I was in Doom.
Yeah, no way. And it actually has a 5.2. Don't ever say 5 again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you round, dude. In our business, you round, as you know, Mikey.
See, movie delivers what it promises. You know what I'm saying? Good for a video game. The Rock and BFG make entertaining viewing. Very good for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just go down, like, the user reviews, expected a lot worse, like Doom the movie. So I'm just saying it's split. Like, it's not like it's a fucking totally piece of shit. Honestly, bro, I just watched Silent Hill in the past year. That movie's boring, bro.
Oh, it's one of the most boring.
At least this movie's not boring, is what I'm trying to say. Like, Silent Hill is legit
bad.
Boring, and it's over 2 hours. You're like...
I know.
It sucks, dude. Like, that's a movie, Mikey, I'm putting on my list that I will never watch Silent Hill ever again.
And you know what? I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah, me too.
Because I know, because I wanted it to be like, oh, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, the classics.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. They always paired together, and you're like, you always thought Silent Hill and Resident Evil, they're the same. And then you watch it 10 years later, you go, oh my God, this movie sucks, dude.
And the sequel I don't even want to breathe that fucking
Have you ever seen
title. Have I seen the sequel to Silent Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Saw it in theater.
Me too.
Hated it.
I was in California. I went with 2 people. We saw Resident Evil Revelation with Jon Snow. Sorry, Silent Hill Revelations with Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the second one. And it's so bad. It's so bad.
I saw it with the King. Me and the King saw it. We just go, what? Come on, dude.
So
bad. But that's the thing. We've said it 1,000 times. Everyone's always said it. We'll say it 1,000 times more. Hollywood just can't do video game movies.
Why?
It's just because I think it goes, honestly, man, I think the only way that like a Doom can be done properly is if it's independent. I think if you take independent and they get a decent backing. Sorry, the right script independent, right?
Okay.
If you have it where it's Doom Guy, fuck everything else. Get the studio, what's the name of the company? ID, right? Get them on board, have them okay the script. Fuck yeah, dude, we have your back. We'll help you design everything. Throw in some CG if you need to, whatever, but just if you have it where the script makes sense and it's sticking to how many video game movies stick to the video game?
Well, that was my initial question is why do you think video game movies just don't work, right? I've never thought about that. Why do they not work? Not just Doom. I agree with you with everything you just said, but
there's
why?
Not one.
Why don't movies translate with video games? What?
There's just
Because every video game pretty much has a movie in it, right? Like
100%.
cutscenes and all this shit. Like every video game has that. So
yeah, I wonder if it. I mean, because like, look at Resident Evil. Okay, everyone, when you heard that the Resident Evil movie was coming out, you're going, oh, it's either going to be Leon or Claire. That's it. Whether they're following 1 or 2, and 1, it's different characters, but you're either going to follow one person or the other.
Okay.
No one thought it was going to be a team. They introduced a new person, Alice. So the script writing, it's just, I don't know if it comes down. Dude, look at fucking Super Mario Brothers. That shit doesn't fucking follow
I
shit.
threw that on last night on Plex. It's not even, I don't even think it's on iTunes, bro, but I hadn't seen it in 20 years.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in at least 15 years.
Dude, that movie was a sexual awakening for me, bro. I just realized that, dude. I just realized that, bro.
I
don't know why. I was 6 years old and I'm watching it.
No,
and
I'm with you.
Even when they show, not even because of the blonde girl, because she's never like in like a sexy outfit, but
Dude,
Mario's girlfriend, and then she gets taken down to the world, and you see all the princesses in the room, and they got the dresses on, and her tits are popping. Then the big black lady who has the diamond, and
that's what I was just talking about.
All the close-ups are on her breasts. Dude, that movie, like, it was a sexual awakening for me, because rewatching it 20 years later right now, I go, dude, I remember getting all these feelings as a 6-year-old kid, like, oh my God.
See, you didn't know you were straight when you were 6.
Even Koopa's wife. Do you remember
100%.
Koopa's wife in it? She's like older, redhead, but she has these tight dresses on, and her tits.
Love it.
Dude, I was like, that movie, dude, it was an awakening for me last night. I'm going, oh my God, this was one of the first movies that hit me when I was 6 or 7 to be like, oh, titties, dude, you know?
See, dude, so now go back and now don't make me feel weird for popping B's when I was like 5.
No, but I didn't see that's what I'm saying. I didn't go fucking
it?
J my B. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like you fucking watch shit. You're 5 years old. You're like, Mom, I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. That was not me, dude.
All right, but at least you knew you were straight at 6, dude. Not a lot of people know that.
I didn't know until I just watched Super Mario Brothers. I didn't know if I was gay or straight this entire time. And I watched Super Mario. I go,
oh, took you 28 years to get there, huh?
But then it got me thinking, like, can movies, like, affect people in that way where, like, they change? Or does it just enhance what's already there?
Enhances.
I think it just enhances. Yeah, exactly.
I think it enhances, yeah. I think
too.
if you're more attracted to the same sex, a movie could bring that out a little bit earlier.
Yeah, you're going to watch.
I remember I remember being at my cousin's house watching Super Mario's, and I already saw Super Mario Brothers in theater. No. That was good though. And dude, I knew it when you said sexual awakening. I go ding 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 because dude, I remember that movie it's Super Mario tits. That movie is just full of tits.
Specifically tits, yeah, dude.
Specifically
it's
tits.
Crazy, man.
Butts weren't a thing in like 1993, 94. Butts weren't.
It's the tight dresses and the tits are just out, dude.
And that's all it was in that movie. So that's a really good point.
Yeah,
man.
It was weird, man.
But I liked our discussion. I like our discussion on why can't Hollywood just do video game movies properly?
Exactly.
And honestly, I'm going to say it all starts at the writer's room, whether that comes down to, we don't have the right, but we have, they gave the okay on this, you can't use that. And that just fucks everything because wouldn't you want to stick to 75% of the game that everyone knows and loves? Most of these movies, dude, it's 20%.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Do you think they'd be better in show form or miniseries form, right? To where you have, dude, video games are what, like 15 hours? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fucking, the last Doom was like 24.
And that was a longer one. But show form, is that better for video games? You know, I don't know. I don't know.
Man.
Usually
that also could be a good point.
Usually they're simple stories though, right? Like because most of the game you're playing it, so you have to cut all that out. So like Silent Hill, I think, to me, and what I've researched, is a good representation of the story in the game and the story to movie. Am I wrong about that?
No, that's a good, no, you're definitely accurate.
Right? Like how they got the town and all that shit. Like that is one of the best, but it just didn't work as a movie, you know? So I don't know why there's something. We just watched Sonic, dude, and I didn't think Sonic was a bad movie at all.
It was fine.
It's nothing like the video game, though. See what I'm saying?
No, that's a good point.
Nothing. Yeah. They take it to Earth.
They take
It's nothing like the story in the game. That's what I'm trying to say. Like nothing.
Yeah, it was fine. But did they get it? Did they do it right though? You know what I mean?
Like they got the character right for sure.
They got the character right.
For sure. Right. But I wanted, after just playing 1 and 2, I wanted to see the worlds. Like I would rather it be all animated and you have Sonic on all, and he has to go to all these different worlds. Like whatever,
100%.
you know. I don't know.
But they just,
is that
again,
what it is?
Dude.
Is it that? Oh no, no. I'm saying script writers. You know how like Star Wars, the last one, Rise of Skywalker. People were like, "Oh my God, it's a video game plot. You have to bounce here. We have to get this and follow this and follow this." That was the biggest criticism of that movie. Maybe writers like they think they have to take the video game plot and steer away from the video game thing of we have to go here and get this and go here and get that and go here and get that. That they like try to change all this shit. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That could be.
They're outthinking themselves.
That very well could be. It's just when it comes down to just in its simplest form, why can't you just take? If the game's one character, why can't you just do one character?
100%.
Why not? Do you know how awesome Annihilation would have been?
Yep.
If it was just Doom Guy.
Doom Guy, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, even if it's a fucking no name and they're barely showing his face and shit.
There were no names in that movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Just make it one guy. Stop with this team bullshit. The movie's not a team. It's one dude.
And, dude, you know who they cast to play people? Are Dr. Dr. Samuel, whatever his name is. And then the chick who's walking around all fucked up in Doom 2016. Like, you don't need a huge cast. You can get people to play these small parts. The guy who's the hologram. Hi, welcome to, like, that's you get the cast, not fucking they're trying to, dude, every horror
it's a team.
sci-fi movie wants to be aliens.
Yeah, alien.
It's all they want.
Exactly. A Predator. It's a Marine team, kind of, basically, right? The, quote, Marine team of all the... Guys, we've seen that. We've done that. It's early 2000s. Stop with that shit. And for them to do Doom Annihilation like that just pissed me off. Like, just made me mad. They literally did the same thing that this Doom did. Same story. Like, it's even more sneaking around than this one is. So, fuck them, 100%. Dude. Fuck them.
I hope in the future.
Yes.
5 years from now, you don't have to do it immediately. Hope in the future someone gets their shit together. They put $50 million at it. They got a script about Doom Guy. They might just run with it.
Because of these games, they might.
So popular.
Might. Yep.
Why wouldn't they?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, scores?
Well, do I give mine first?
Yeah, you give yours first now. Yep. You give yours first.
I'm going to give Doom 2005 starring Sir Rockwell, The Rock. I'm going to give it... Oh, dude, it would have made everything amazing, bro. I'm gonna give this movie a 5.4. Wow.
God damn it.
So bad. It's not good. What about you, man? What's your score?
All right, I'm gonna give Doom 2005 with everything put together. I'm gonna give this movie.
Together,
I'm mashing everything together from old to new. I'm gonna give this movie a 6.7.
All right.
6.7. Fine.
I would have threw up if it was anything higher than a 7.5 from you.
Yeah, no, oh my God, no, dude. This is not a good movie. It just holds a place in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Nostalgia, dude. Yeah. Nostalgia. Oh, so obviously I saw what the budget was. Did you see how much it made?
No, to make like $100 million in its run?
Oh my God, they wish. They would have fucking...
I thought a lot of people saw it. I thought 55. A lot of people saw it. Oh, all right. So I wasn't that off. Yeah, okay.
No. It's not that you were off. Yeah. I'm going, oh my God, they would have, dude, if it was like Doom did 100 million, they'd be like, we're going to do this at 55, man. But yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Dude, all right, Fiendwind was fun.
Dude, this was a great Fiendwind, guys.
Yeah.
We hope you liked it. This is might have to do for the next like month. We don't know what is released, what's not released. We have no idea, but we're saying fuck it. We just try to be kind Fiendwind, and I think it came out pretty fucking good, dude.
Nah, dude, I'm a fan. I'm excited to see what we'll do next. I'm sure we'll come up with something awesome.
So, guys, thank you for stopping by the watch one more time.
As always.
We will be back next time with something better than Doom?
Definitely.